Hi YouTubers. I've got a bit of a rant today with regards to my other vehicle. On some other videos you'll see I own a Suzuki Jimny. I've always wanted those, I've always wanted one of those little vehicles. It's fully 4x4, it's got your buttons that you push and all that sort of thing, you engage it. And apparently it works off like a magnetic system sort of thing. Anyway, my rant this morning is that this car I bought in 2014, so it's over a year old, okay? Hopefully it's still under warranty, but it's over a year old and I've just finished. I do a lot of traveling backwards and forwards with the car, so I've put on quite a bit of mileage, a bit of Ks. You know, I've done about 50,000 Ks already on the car. So it's quite a bit, you know. But anyway, I've been having an issue with this vehicle. Yeah. And I've taken it to the guys that service these cars. You know, you buy it in our country, I don't know if it's the same in yours, but if you buy a vehicle, then you got to take it to the garage where you bought the vehicle, or wherever they say that you must take it to get the services and or repairs done or whatever, okay, to maintain the warranty on the vehicle. Now, all kudos to the two guys, the sales guy that sold it to me, and to who I assume is the service manager. I mean, they've given me fantastic service. I can't complain. I can't complain about this service. But this bloody vehicle, this Suzuki Jimny, I'm actually sorry that I purchased this thing, because every time on our tar roads they put what we call rumble strips down, okay? They put these things down, like it's usually before a stop street or an area where they want to like try and slow you down or whatever. And every time I go over these rumble strips with this vehicle, I get one hell of a loud noise coming from the left hand side of my vehicle, somewhere from the left wheel or something like that, okay? I've taken it into the guys, I mean, you know, Murphy's Law, take it in and they try and duplicate the noise and they can't duplicate it, whatever. So what I decided to do was, if it happened again, I actually recorded the noise it was making, okay? So I recorded it for the guys, let them listen to it, and they said, yeah, no, it's probably something to do with the magnets that were coming loose when I was going over the rumble strips or like on gravel road. The guy told me that it's, you know, it's happened to a few other guys. He mentioned a doctor also in the area where I stay, or Transkei area, that had the same problem. They replaced this, they sent the vehicle out, they replaced that, eventually, after replacing a few things, you know, the vehicle never had a problem again. Okay, so these guys now have admitted that there is a problem on this car, okay, on this make of car. Now, there's rumble strips all over the countryside, okay? I can't now drive and flip and avoid these bloody rumble strips. So what they suggested I do was that when it happens, I'm going to stop the vehicle, push the 4x4 button, and then push the 2x4 so the magnets can realign. Okay, so I've been doing that. Anyway, the last time I took the car in, and they replaced some magnetic thing on the side of the vehicle. Okay, the car was fine for a while. I just happened not to go the way that I usually go. There are rumble strips the way that I usually go, but they're not as profound on the tar road as the other way. Okay. Now, I just happened the one day. Now this is now dead dog. Now, anyway, so they replaced that. The car had to go in for another issue that it had. It didn't want to idle properly. Okay, the idling would come down to below 1,000 revs, and then as soon as you touch the accelerator, the idling would drop and then take. So I actually took the car in for that. Now this is a new car, it's only a year old. I've never had issues with the vehicles that I've owned in my life, okay? Every vehicle I've owned, there's been no issues, except this effing vehicle. Anyway, so they found the problem with that. It was something to do with some butterfly valve that had become dirty, so they cleaned that, so that issue is gone. Kudos to those guys, they fixed that. Anyway, the guy said to me that on the day that I was going to take it, he said to me that the rep for Suzuki was coming down, and he was going to, they were going to have a chat to him about this issue that I'm having. Now, take note of the fact that they told me that they've experienced this issue before, but now they want to have a chat to this guy about it. Anyway, so when I go and collect the vehicle now, after they fixed that butterfly thing, and the guy says to me that, and I actually mentioned the two guys' names, but anyway, the guy said to me that, yeah, the Suzuki rep said, there's nothing we can do about it, the car's going to make that noise, I must just live with it, okay? So fine, the guys, I didn't want to argue with them or get into a fight about the thing and that, but I said, okay, no, fine, not a problem. So it's been now about a month or two where this noise has been coming. I've been stopping the vehicle, doing that thing and all that. The thing is, it's a new bloody car. You shouldn't have to do that. If there's an issue with it, this noise now is getting bad. It's getting really bad. It sounds like there's things broken in that left-hand side there thing. So, in our country, we're protected by the CPA Act, and I've done some homework on the CPA Act. I'm very clued up, a little bit clued up about, not very clued up, a little bit clued up about it, because it's important to know your rights, okay? Now, I'm in a situation now where I've bought this car on what we call HP, okay, where you pay an installment every month. Now, these guys have basically told me to stuff off, okay? I'm not going to stuff off, China. I'm going to take this thing further. I've got lawyers, they've got lawyers, whatever. I'm taking this thing further. I've had enough of this flipping shit. They must either... I'm not asking for my money back. I just want the car fixed. I like the Jimny. It's a fantastic vehicle. It works well for my business. I want it fixed. So I'm not asking for my money back, but if that's the case, then they must take the vehicle and refund me, or refund the bank the money and cancel this deal. That's where I'm sitting now with this flipping Suzuki Jimny. If you are going to buy a Suzuki Jimny, okay, make sure that when you take it for a test drive, you drive over every single flipping rumble strip that you know exists in the area you're taking it for a test drive before you drive that vehicle off the showroom floor. And the issue with this situation is that these oaks know about this issue. They should be telling the clients that are buying these cars that, hey, listen, this issue could develop, but it's normal, don't worry about it, X, Y, and Z. But that information was not given to me, okay? My law protects me against it. Any defects in the vehicles or anything that you purchase has to be declared or made known to the client that's buying it, okay? These buggers didn't tell me about this thing. I wouldn't have bought this vehicle knowing that where I stay are these flipping rumble strips and gravel roads that I've got to ride on. Yes, and by the way, it happens on a gravel road as well. Anyway, this is where I am. This is my rant for today. Sorry guys. But if you're buying a Suzuki Jimny, make sure that these guys are declaring these things to you. Peace out.
Move it up and bring it back and forth. So, you can't put more into this for you.